بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين اللهم لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم اللهم علمنا ما ينفعنا وانفعنا بما علمتنا وزدنا علما نافعا يا أرحم الراحمين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. We welcome each and everyone to the second day of the most beautiful month of Ramadan. Ramadan COVID-19 1441, second day of Ramadan and lockdown in Ramadan. What an amazing experience, and what a beautiful opportunity for us to witness Ramadan from a different perspective and a different dimension, and to see really what what Ramadan is worth to us, and what are our capabilities in terms of actually making the best of this month. Less distractions, more time for ourselves, which means potentially either more time for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala or more time to waste. What are you going to do? Will you seize the opportunity and catch up on all those movies that you wanted to watch, and finish the series that you really wanted to finish, and clock the games that you wanted to clock, and busy yourself with things that you were too occupied for, worldly things? Or will you take this opportunity and think, this is the time for me to actually complete the khatam of the month in Ramadan, as I always wanted to do? Or this is actually time for me to start memorizing the Holy Qur'an, because you know what, I've got all the time in my life, I've got all the time in the world. Or this is the time for me to be more helpful in the house, and I'm not working, I'm at home, I have an opportunity now to actually to assist around the house and the chores in the house, and I have time to spend with my family, sit down with them and speak to them about Allah, and let's read a book together, or a story together, or let's do a story every day, or one ayah of the Holy Quran, and read its meaning every day. Things that you never used to do, things that you can do now, that will make a difference in your life. So let's continue, inshallah. Before we start with our class, we will request you all join us, inshallah, in adhkar and in recitation of adhkar, inshallah, with the intention Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala makes it easy for us all, inshallah, and eases the situation, the condition of the ummah, and makes it one that is more favorable for us. Not that we are displeased with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's decree, but simply because there are many people that are really struggling, maybe much more than what we are struggling, and they are suffering much more than what we are suffering, and they are feeling the storm, the stress. They're feeling it a greater deal than what we are feeling it, and just with this in mind, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also allows us to exit this pandemic and this virus and this trial, this plague, as winners, as successful ones, as not as losers. Winners as what? Not winners that we were managed to be saved from the virus only. No, while that is might be partially a description of it, yes, but that's a very small meaning, or very minor, or very limited way of looking at it. Really successful meaning that we are able to emerge from this stronger Muslims, better believers who are able to be put in any test in any test and they will overcome it. If imagine if Allah Ta'ala places a test and like this on a people, you know how many people lost the iman on account of this test? I mean, if you were to think now, let's talk. Um, uh, let's be let's have an honest talk, one on one. How many people lost the iman on account of this test? Maybe you're free to share your thoughts with us as well on our Facebook and on our YouTube section. We are able to chat with us and comment. I think maybe what I should do is I should turn the camera to the opposite side so I'm able to see the comments. I wonder if I was to do that. Just hold on for me. I'll try and turn the Facebook page camera to turn the actual screen to me, so I'm able to see your comments. Right? Right, Bismillah. We've got it now all on me. I think the idea is I would like to see, if you have any comments, I would really be delighted to hear from you, inshallah. So what I was saying is that how many people emerge from these tests stronger, greater, more powerful in terms of the determination, in terms of the certitude in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the servitude towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the slavery towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, submission, acceptance of what Allah ta'ala places within their path, and the iman, the faith increases. And how many people, on the other hand, may Allah protect us, they actually lose the iman in these trialing moments and these trialing times, that they make such comments which almost amounts to kufr, disbelief. And it really all depends on their heart in that state that they utter it. And I don't believe that they would have uttered something that would take him out of the fold of Islam. They would probably say it out of agony and out of pain. And we believe, the belief of the Ahlul Sunnah al Jama'ah is that, until you believe something that is within your heart that is mukhrijun min al-millah, takes you out of the fold of Islam, or you deny something with your heart as well and your tongue, takes you out of the fold of Islam. For example, a person, he says, if this is what Islam is about, if this is what Allah if this is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants to make me struggle and to place me through such hardships in this life, then I don't want to be a Muslim any longer. Or then I'm not interested in Islam. Astaghfirullah. Or then I don't want to worship him. If this is how he's going to treat me, this is Allah will treat me, then I don't want to worship him. Astaghfirullah. This, at times, these statements can be said out of distress and out of pain and agony, although it's not something favorable to be saying. But sometimes people say it and it's a zallat lisan, it's just a slip of a tongue and they don't really mean it. But the person that means it, it is mukhrijun al millah, it is something that takes him out of the fold of Islam. Or he just stops performing salah. And he says, why must I make salah? I've been good all my life. And I have to struggle like this. I have to be at home without food, without job. I have to see my children suffer and struggle. Why must I worship a Lord that places me through such hardship? I'm not going to salah. Well, astaghfirullah. حاشا وكلا والعياذ بالله. توبة يا ربي, توبة يا ربي, توبة يا ربي. Just the saying it even is bitter on the tongue, and is something at the nafs that your heart repels, and you find it it is something very difficult to even utter, although you don't really mean it. But yes, so as you were saying, some people emerge from these trials and these difficulties stronger, and others, they emerge from it, they are unsuccessful. They fail the test. If you wish, you can share with us your thoughts, inshallah, with regards to this, and some advices, that you have. We are all here to remind each other. No one is superior to any person, and more so the speaker is more in need of your advices than anything else, and your reminders than anyone else. I give you an example. I met someone 2 days ago, and then this person just added a different perspective to this entire pandemic. And people are really thinking about the situation, and about what's happening in the world, and how things are manifesting, and how things are coming into play. Someone was saying that, look at how the prince, or the leaders in Mecca, in the Holy Lands, in Mecca and Medina, in Hijaz, look at how they were restricting and limiting the people from coming to Mecca and Medina. And they were really controlling those who can come and those who must stay away, thinking that they are in control of the Holy Lands, and it belongs to them, and they get to determine who comes and who goes. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala then teaches them a lesson. If you think that you are in control of who comes and who doesn't come, then I will show you who's in control. I will lock the entire haram, Mecca and Medina. With such a small virus, I'm not going to send nuclear ammunition. I'm not going to cause riots, and I'm not going to cause uprisings and civil wars. A small virus that you can't see, I will send it, and it will hinder your entire plan for how many months. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala alone knows. So much so that one of your greatest revenues in this land and your busiest seasons, the month of Ramadan, will be completely, there will be absolutely no revenue, not little, no revenue whatsoever. And then you tell me now who is in control. You tell me who is in charge. You tell me who is the one who makes the rules, and who is the one who makes the laws. Amazing is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and amazing is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's plan. Look at the superpowers of the world, and how they were every second day, if not every day, making the announcement to the world, stating of how powerful they are, and how they had the ability to bring any country to its knees, and that they can do this, and with a single strike they'll do this, and with a single a command they'll do that, and with a single call they will do this, and look at how arrogant they were. And look at how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala changed the tables. Allah ta'ala said, yes, you might with a single blow, or with a single call, or with a single sending of troops, or we, with a small virus, we will bring your entire economy down to its knees. And you think that you are the person who is calling the shots? We will show you who calls the shots. We will show you who is in control of this world. We will show you who's in control of sustenance. We will show you who's in control of the banks, in terms of in the money, in the provisions of people, in the lives of people. You think you can take lives? We'll show you your very own. And in this way, I would like to say with utmost respect and with my greatest sympathy to every single member who has lost family member who has lost a loved one in this pandemic. I under no way am I undermining or belittling that person's life. Rather, if that person was from amongst the Muslims, we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to grant him the highest place in Jannah, and that Allah ta'ala forgives all his sins. And if he was not a Muslim, then we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to show him such a treatment that is befitting to that person, based on his life that he conducted and the life that he led in this world. After all, we don't know how people die. They could have accepted kalima and shahada at the end of their life. So I say this with great respect and with great sympathy, and with great sadness to each and every person who lost a loved one in this pandemic. But you also thought that you were in charge of lives. People who were your own residents in your own country, you were unable to protect their lives. You were easy to take other people's lives in other countries. You were easy to raid, air raid, to raid by sea, by land. You were easy to do all these things. People's lives outside your lands, it meant nothing, because you were the superpowers of the world. People's lives outside your borders meant nothing, and therefore you were wanting to erect walls up and borders to prevent them from coming to you, because you thought that life in your lands was more superior to lives outside your lands. Whoever lived anywhere else in the world, they don't have the privileges that people in your lands and in your borders have, because you people are more superior, or your citizens are more superior. There's no superiority in terms of life. Allah is the one who's in control of life, and Allah determines who's superior. The only superiority that we can declare is the person who is closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Whether you live in Africa or America, whether you live in Australia or in Asia, whether you live in Antarctica, whether you live in the north, the south, the east, the west, it makes no difference. If you are a person who is close to Allah, then your life is more superior than any person who does not submit to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this is absolutely no discrimination. It is no discrimination because our Qur'an says so. And if you want to regard this statement to be one that is discriminating, then you should regard our holy book, the Qur'an, to be discriminating. I say this with great confidence, and I will say it again. The only life that is more superior in this world and existence, and that is more noble, is the life that recognizes Allah as His Lord and the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam as His final Prophet. This is what our Qur'an tells us. The one who fears Allah more, the one who is conscious of Allah more, regardless of where he resides and which country he has. That person can be homeless. That person can be a person who has no citizenship of any country, but he is a person who's held in great esteem by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So yes, why are you not saving your own people that are dying, that are losing their lives? Oh, you who are so powerful, May Allah make it easy upon the entire world. We don't like to see the people die on account of this pandemic, whether you are Muslim or not Muslim. We sympathize with you and we appreciate the life that Allah had given you. After all, Allah is the one who gave the life. But Allah also, the one who gives it, is entitled to take it away. So my question is, if life within your borders and within your country is so superior, why not prevent people from dying? Why not prevent your own people from dying? Save their lives. Save them from being victims of this virus and this pandemic. Or better than that, why don't you send a nuclear weapon to destroy the virus, as you've been usually doing to all your enemies? Anyone who threatens the public safety and security of your lands and who threatens the existence of your nation and your country, what you do, you are easily to bombard them and to send nuclear weapons or to attack them, to send your military to finish them off and to kill them. So why don't you do this with the virus? Why don't you send your military and your artillery and your billions of dollars worth of ammunition that you purchased, send it to the virus and kill it? Or are you incapable of doing that? Are you incapable? Don't you know how to do it? The virus is in your own country. You don't have to travel. You don't have to go outside to other countries. The terrorists, the so-called terrorists, because everyone who you disagree with, and anyone who disagrees with you is a terrorist. Why not fight the terrorists in your own land that is causing the death of so many thousands of people, that is claiming so many lives within your country? Attack it. Use that billions of dollars of ammunition that you bought. Use that military power that you are so proud of. Use it. Kill it. Destroy it. Use your nuclear weapon that you are so proud of. Finish it off. What is happening? What is happening? This is the manifestation. One of our followers, he said, Allahu Akbar. That is true. This is the manifestation of Allahu Akbar. This is the manifestation of Allah is the greatest. The most powerful being is Allah. The most greatest power is Allah. Allah is the greatest. You say it every day in your salah. You hear it every day in your adhan. Your heart is saying it without even you realizing it. Allahu Akbar. Allah is the greatest. If this is testimony to anything, my respected viewers, it is testimony. Don't become one of those people who admire these so-called superpowers when they are actually weak, when they are inferior, when they are deceptive. They are deceptive in what they're saying. Look at how the statements changed from the beginning of the pandemic and until now. From arrogance, complete arrogance, Allah Ta'ala brought them down. Allah forced them to humble themselves. Allah forced them to humble themselves. Is that not true? Did you hear? I'm sure everyone heard the videos of how the so-called leaders of the superpowers of the world, how they made statements at the beginning of the pandemic and how arrogant they were in there, thinking nothing about it. And it changed day by day. You see gradual how it changed to such an extent that they now realize it's a global pandemic and that they are looking for a cure. I don't understand. How can a superpower of the world be looking for a cure? A cure for what? For such a small thing. Something you can't even see with your naked eye. How can you be looking for a cure? You're so powerful. You should be knowing everything. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Holy Qur'an, it reminds me of a beautiful verse. Allah says in Surah Yasin, you can open the Qur'an, the translation of it afterwards, and it's a story that is actually that Allah speaks about of how He destroyed them. So read, inshallah, if after the class, I would love you to read Surah Yasin. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَمَا أَنزَلْنَا عَلَى قَوْمِهِ مِنْ بَعْدِهِ مِنْ جُنْدٍ مِنَ السَّمَاءِ وَمَا كُنَّا مُنزِلِينَ. And we did not send upon those people, those nations, in armies from the sama, as Allah sent in the battle of Badr, where Allah sent down malaika. Allah says, وَمَا أَنزَلْنَا, we didn't send down armies. وَمَا كُنَّا مُنزِلِينَ, and we didn't need to send down armies from the sama. There was no need. إِن كَانَتْ إِلَّا صَيْحَةً وَاحِدَةً. It was a simple blow, and they were all dead. So Allah is saying, I don't need to, like you, send armies and armies and armies. It is a simple virus, and it claims the lives of thousands and hundreds of thousands of people. Subhanaka ya Rabbi, Subhanak. Oh Allah, we sit here humbled and struck with awe, filled with awe for your greatness and your power and your complete dominance and superiority over the entire universe. We know that the entire world and all of its creation is under your control, Ya Allah. It is under your possession, under your dominion. Anyone who claims to have power, of which power is not given to him, his end result and his end abode will be the same, like that of Fir'aun. He said, أَنَا رَبُّكُمُ الْأَعْلَى, I am your greatest Lord. فَأَخَذَهُ اللَّهُ نَكَالَ الْآخِرَةِ وَالْأُولَى إِنَّ فِي ذَلِكَ لَعِبْرَةً لِمَنْ يَخْشَى. Allah Ta'ala took him away. The destruction and the punishment of this world he saw, and the punishment of the year after he will see even greater. Within that is a lesson and a sign for a person who fears Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and is humble. Our advice is, allow this pandemic to humble you, to make you more submissive, to realize the powers of Allah, to realize the might of Allah, to realize إنما قولنا لشيء إذا أردناه أن نقول له كن فيكون إنما أمره إذا أراد شيئا أن يقول له كن فيكون. If Allah wants to bring something into existence, He just says be, and it becomes. People make such a big thing about this pandemic and about this virus and how rapid this virus spreads, but they forget that the virus was sent by Allah. And who is the one that placed the power in the virus to spread so rapidly from one to the other? None other than Allah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent the virus, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He put that ability or that power within the virus to be able to spread like that. And if Allah wishes, He can take it away, the virus, and He can take the ability of the virus to spread away. Or He can keep the virus, and He can take the ability of the virus to spread away, and it will just die afterwards. If Allah wishes, He can even make the virus more powerful and spread more rapidly than what it has been spreading for the past few months. وَمَا ذَلِكَ عَلَى اللَّهِ بِعَزِيزٍ. And that is not difficult upon Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Oh Allah, Allahumma ya kafi al-bala, ikfina al-bala qabla nuzulihi min as-sama'. Oh Allah, the one who suffices us from any calamity, suffice us from the calamities before it comes down from the sama'. Allahumma ya dafi' al-bala, idfa' al-bala 'anna wa 'an al-muslimin. Oh Allah, the one who repels bala, calamity, repel the calamity away from us and the Muslimin. Allahumma ya rafi' al-bala, irfa' al-bala 'anna wa 'an al-muslimin. Oh Allah, the one who lifts up bala, lift up the bala from us and the Muslimin. Allahumma ya kashif al-bala, ikshif al-bala 'anna wa 'an al-muslimin wa 'an al-'alami ajma'in. Oh Allah, the one who removes and the one who takes away completely the bala, take away completely and remove the bala upon us and the Muslimin and the entire world. Ameen ya Rabbal Alameen. I haven't really read anything with regards to our lesson, the etiquette of the Qur'an, But one thing led to the other, and just some thought that I wanted to share with you. And I would love to hear from you, inshallah. Please post your comments on the page, and let us know, inshallah, your experiences and your perspective that you can add to this lockdown and this pandemic that we are facing. After all, none of us has really experienced this in our life. None of us has ever witnessed this in our life. None of us has been through this before. It is new to all of us. But despite it being new, our Qur'an and our Sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ told us how to deal with it and what we should do under these circumstances. It is not amazing how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala plans, and how beautiful and how comprehensive and universal our religion is. That Allah ta'ala 1400 years ago gave advices to His Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, detailed advices with regards to how a believer should deal with pandemics. And here we find ourselves 1400 years later benefiting from the advices of Allah and the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. It's a miraculous deen. It is a miraculous lifestyle. It is everything you could want, that you need in this world to live a successful life and to be successful in the akhirah as well. Oh Allah, grant us success in this dunya, success in our qabr, and success on the day of Qiyamah. Ameen, ameen ya Rabbil Alameen. Wa sallallahu wa sallam ala Sayyidina Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'een. دعواهم فيها سبحانك اللهم وتحيتهم فيها سلام وآخر دعواهم أن الحمد لله رب العالمين. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant you a fantastic day further, a beautiful day of fasting, a fruitful day in the worship of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I leave you in the protection and the care of Allah. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.